actually be aware of what your risk is. So know if you're in a flood area, talk to your neighbours, talk to your council to find out whether you are in a flood area. Obviously, insurance is an important tool in your toolkit. Know how you're going to actually get out of your property if you need to, what's the safest route for you to get out, and where you're going to go.
You know, the roads that in the areas that they will flood, and there is a point where you've got to allow the infrastructure below to kick in, and you know the plan is that it takes the water away. But obviously there are some areas in our cities that doesn't work, and when it's the extreme downpour of rain, that's when your systems are under pressure and don't always cope with it. So the sandbagging can help, the extra pumping out to help the systems cope with the inundation as well.
Kids love to play in floodwaters. I definitely did that when I was a kid. But knowing now that it's so hard to know what's underneath the water, what's moved and how dangerous that can be is really important to communicate.
Playing in floodwater is really, really dangerous activity, as is driving through floodwater. You cannot understand or see what is underneath floodwaters and what the road infrastructure is like, so just don't. Stop, turn around, stay away from it.
Where the roads are flooded, you know, there's issues also if cars are driving down there that then pushes the water up into the surrounding properties as well. And we'll work with SAPOL in that space where streets are flooded and look to close those streets. Sometimes, you know, our trucks are then used just to park across the street and stop that traffic going down.
I'm not just thinking as well as you're talking about some of those health impacts. So we talk about that, the storm surge or the water rising, etc. But as soon as the water starts to settle, what happens is we get mould growing, and then we have mould growing, you know, in our homes, in our carpets, around our homes. So sometimes you can't even see the mould. So you might do your cleanup and not even realise, and you've got mould spores in the air, and you're sleeping in a house that's damp.
I think the other thing is to really start to think about what are the things that you're going to need for 48, 72 hours. So you've got your medication, you've got your phone, you've got your charger, all of those things, so that you need to relocate to another area. You're able to keep things running along and be able to manage away from your home environment.